Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Barry and this is Centralize, and today we will be doing a first impressions and a review of a new fragrance in conjunction with Terence Hughes and Chris from Frag-Mental, and it's called Smoulder. So before we get started, this is a fragrance that I have been looking forward to for a long time. Chris got in touch with me week before last, I think it was, and asked if I'd like to try a sample of it, and I was planning on buying it anyway, just to support Chris. So when the full bottle turned up, I was absolutely blown away. I actually got it a bit later than everybody else because I was on holiday, and then the postman decided to throw it over the back gate in the box. I don't quite understand what was going on there, but luckily one of the neighbours spotted it and took it in. But I came back on the Saturday. They decided to tell me that they got the package on the Monday, so there you go. But I've got it now. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to give you a first impressions of it, and then I'm going to go away, try it for a couple of days, and come back to you with my final thoughts. So I can't wait to get into this. So I was going to buy it anyway, and then when this full bottle turned up, I was just blown away by the generosity. Now, I've had some experience with Terence Hughes fragrances before. I've tried 2 previously, and if I'm honest, I didn't get on with them. I think one was blood orange and one was SLUT, and there was something in them which I just didn't get on with, and I tend to like orange fragrances. Well, it was a bit strange, so I haven't really explored the range much since. So this is the first one for a while for Terence Hughes, so let's give it a try. So straight away, I'm loving the packaging. I really like the badge that's on there. It's like a metal plaque style. It's got ATH for Terence Hughes in conjunction with FM, Frag-Mental, and then the name Smoulder. So Smoulder seems a decent name for when you consider what Chris was saying he wanted to get from the fragrance. He was looking for something a bit smoky, a bit more his style, so I can understand why he went with the name. This is in the top, a unicorn, which is part of Aaron's badge, and then there's some details on the bottom. So this is a 50ml. So let's have a look at the bottle. So it's in nice packaging, and the bottle looks pretty good too. If I can get it out, I have to twist it. Yep. Twist it out. So that was quite firm in there. So bottle really nice and heavy. A nice black solid feel to it, and once again it's got the unicorn in the lid. Magnetic cap. So let's give this a spray. Let's see what all this fuss is about, shall we? So it's going on skin. I'm going to walk the dog in a bit so I can take some pictures. So straight away I'm getting the smoky nuances straight off. That is lovely. In the air, that's just amazing. Oh. So I'm getting a smokiness. It's quite airy, but it's quite powdery, and you can get the tobacco straight off. I do like my tobacco fragrances, so this is right up my street. I detect a hint of rose in there. It's quite light, so sometimes you get a tobacco fragrance and it'll be quite heavy, but I'm not getting that with this. That is really nice, really refined, very smooth. So I'm really going to enjoy getting stuck into the dry down of this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the dog for a walk, give it a good smell when I'm out and about, maybe even take a picture of it. I'll put the picture up and some video footage of the bottle. You can have a look at that a bit closer, and I'll put the note breakdown on that B-roll footage, and then we'll come back in a couple of days time. I'll let you know where you can get it from and all the details, what the projection's like, everything. So really looking forward to trying this over the next few days after that initial smell, which is, it's really, really nice. Oh, I'm getting a touch of, that was like really weird, like going up my arm, and then suddenly it was like, from like smokiness, it just went straight into like a lemon, but then I can't smell the lemon again. That's really strange. Oh, I'm really looking forward to getting into this. So I will come back to you soon, so stay tuned. So that was the note breakdown. As you can see, there's some really nice notes in there. There's a few things that I picked up which weren't in there, and there's a couple of things which are listed on the notes which I didn't get, but we'll talk about them later. First of all, price and availability. So it's took me that long to get this second part filmed. I've looked on the website this morning and it's sold out. So apparently, because of the amount of maceration time, they're not doing any more for at least 6 or maybe 12 months. So they might do another run in 6 months time or another run in 12 months time. It just depends on how quickly they can get things going. But 50ml was for £105, and they was doing a 10ml for I think £22.50 or £23, around about that. But I know the 10mls flew out the door, and I'd seen that they were sold out earlier this week, but the 50mls have all gone as well now. That's in the UK. I think Max Aroma, where he was also selling it in the US, they sold out way before that as well. So it'll be interesting once they do come round again, whether there'll be any differences. As long as he keeps the same maceration time, it should be the same, and as long as he's keeping the same concentrations, then I can't see why it would be any different. But what you can do is if you check Aaron Terence Hughes' website, and all the details will be on there. He's also got Instagram and YouTube, so no doubt he'll be updating you, as will Chris on his Instagram and YouTube pages. So let's go through a few things. Originality. It's definitely an original fragrance. I've not smelled anything like it, so to my nose it's original for sure. Linear, it does have different things that happen during its journey, but at the same time you can always identify the general smell. So yeah, different things happen, but you always know that it's Smoulder that you're smelling. So it's definitely not linear. It does change, but it keeps its identity, if you get what I mean. So projection, this is beastly. At 3 hours plus, I think it's got 25% concentration, so it's a parfum, so you can understand that the things that he's using in there are going to help it project, and it does. It projects like a bomb. It really does. Longevity, I would say I could still smell this 12 hours later. It is that sort of fragrance. In fact, I'd be careful if you spray it on clothes, because you'd still be smelling it for days later, as I found to my cost on my jacket. Which, okay, it's a brilliant smell, but when you've sprayed something else and then this is overpowering it because it's on your jacket, you get what I mean. So who to wear it? I would say it's a unisex frag, but I would say it definitely leans more masculine to my nose. I personally would love to smell it on a woman, but I can understand why some women wouldn't wear it. I myself see a top-end, successful businessman carrying this off. That's the sort of fragrance I would class it as. When to wear it? I think it's more suited to the autumn winter. I've been lucky enough to try it when it's been a bit of colder weather, and then it's heated up the last few days. So I've been trying it in both. In the warmer weather, alright, once your skin heats up, you get a bit more from it, but it can be a bit cloying in the hotter weather, so I would definitely stick to autumn winter, where I think it'll come into its own. I would say it's more of a date night scent, and I would say it's a formal evening event that you went to, something glamorous where you're wearing a suit. It's refined and it's elegant, so I'd say it's quite classy and it's sophisticated as well, so definitely suit a black tie event. So compliments, I haven't got any. The wife, I think she likes it, but she likes the smell, but she doesn't want someone to smell of it, if you get what I mean. But I also got that when I had By the Fireplace, which is another smoky scent. So I think it's giving her the same sort of vibes, where she likes the smell but she doesn't want to smell someone or smell of it herself. The only other place I've wore it on the school run, and I've wore it walking the dog, but working from home, not really had of a chance for people to smell it. Not got any compliments. My dad has tried it. He's here doing lots of decorating for me, bless him, and he really liked it, so that's a plus as well. So my overall thoughts, straight from the get-go with this, you get a smoky feel from it. Really enjoyable smokiness that comes with it. I do get a hint of rose, which strangely enough isn't listed, but I also get glimpses of lemon. When I was doing my first impressions, I got some lemon and then it disappeared. It has lasted longer when I've tried it, especially like driving around in the car. I think the lemon stays around for about 20 minutes or so, and then after that I just can't smell it. I didn't get any neroli, which is listed, which is a bit strange. Neroli you can normally pick straight out in fragrances, but I think with this being a smoky scent, it's not a dark fragrance, so I can understand that lemon and neroli would be in there and help to lift the fragrance. Even if you can't pick them out, or if you get fleeting glimpses of them, I can understand why they're in there, which is lifting the fragrance. So it definitely has something that lifts it. I've got a feeling there might even be some aldehydes in there. It doesn't mention it in the notes. I might be completely off track, but something is elevating it. It's strange in some ways, as it's warm and smoky and it's quite tobacco dominant, but at the same time it feels clean and a little powdery. It feels clean, it's a little powdery, it's very smooth and well rounded, it's balanced, it has lots of depth and feels warm, sensual, and has a wonderful woody, intense feel. So you do get that burning embers sort of feeling from it. Really beautiful. So it reminds me at times of like a pipe, not one that's being smoked, but one that has been put out and now you're getting what is like a powdery smoky feel from it that's been left on the side. I'm also getting a soft leather feel from it, although it's not listed again. It's almost like a suede feel, so I don't know if that's in there, but it just hasn't been listed. I don't know. It could just be that a combination of different notes is giving off the smell of something else, or it could just be my nose playing tricks on me. The dry down is very special. It's smoky, it's soft leather, it's tobacco mixed with a very creamy, sweet woody embers, and an incense that is sweet. I really enjoy an incense at the moment, but it's sweet, but it's also powdery at the same time, but it works very well with the patchouli and the sandalwood. So deep into the dry down, I got a little bit of a biscuit smell late on, which I have no idea what was creating that either. To me, it's a sublime frag. It's luxurious, it's rounded, it's not too challenging, but there's enough going on to keep the niche lovers interested. It's very addictive, it has attitude and charisma. It's much like the two people that made it, Smouldering Radiance in a bottle. I absolutely adore it, and I think they've done a fantastic job. So hit or miss, as you could probably tell, it's a big hit from me. Really enjoyed wearing this fragrance, and I'm going to absolutely love wearing it during the winter and the colder months. Worth the money? I would say definitely worth the money. I think it's got a uniqueness to it which I haven't smelt before. At the same time, you can tell it's a good quality product, so definitely worth the money. So that's it from me. I'm a bit late to the party with this one, I do apologise, but Chris didn't put any pressure on me to make a review, so I just went out and enjoyed the fragrance, and as you can tell, he didn't need a review from me to help sell any bottles because it is flown out the door. Let me know in the comments below, have you tried Smoulder? I think it's a fab frag, but let me know if you either agree with me or disagree with me. Keep them comments coming. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all soon. Stay fragrant, not vagrant.